Today, guys, we're going to be addressing a question that I get all the time, and that is, what is my favorite guitar amp sim for metal? I've compiled a top 5 list just for you guys, and today we're going to go 5-1 and decide which is my favorite guitar amp sim of all time. Let's get into it. So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today we're going to be talking about something that I'm very passionate about, something I love to talk about, and that is guitar amp sims and guitar plugins. If you're brand new to my channel and you just clicked on this video, let me formally introduce myself. My name is Ray. I'm a guitar player and metal guitar player on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining my friends and family, and for you guys that are longtime viewers of my channel, thank you so much. Today's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get right into it. My first and only honorable mention is the Ignite Amps Emissary. Now, this plugin is awesome for several reasons. First reason, the obvious reason, is it's free. It's free right now. You could Google right now Ignite Amps Emissary guitar plugin. You can download it today at this very moment, and you have a free high gain metal amplifier. It's also awesome because you can use any sort of cab impulse that you want. The guitar amp sim does not have any IRs loaded onto it, so be advised if you're putting this on your DI, on your guitar track, it will sound terrible without any IRs, but again, you have the capability to upload literally any sort of IRs second in your chain on your DI. So it's awesome. Alright, now for the top 5. Let's get right into it. Number 5 is the PRS Supermodels Archon. This plugin has a noise gate built in, has a bunch of different presets, has a lead boost switch, it has a ton of different IRs built into the plugin so you can really shape your tone. There's a lot of stuff built in, and it's pretty cheap. I think at the time that I personally bought the plugin is around $40, and that is a huge gap in price between some of the other plugins that are out there in the industry. Alright, so number 4 is the Archetype, the Plini plugin by Neural DSP. Now this plugin, although it is relatively new, I mean it came out this year in 2019, it is groundbreaking and it is game changing for me personally with my own stuff, Luna Muerta, because of all the different ambience that is built into this plugin. This is a prog rock and prog metal guitar player's dream, and it really is. It has, not only does it have a lot of high gain built into the plugin, but the dreamy, ambient, spacey, trippy cleans that you can get in-house with this plugin is amazing. It is a huge selling point for me for my own personal stuff, again, because I love to create a lot of heavy chugs, but I also like to create a lot of dreamy, spacious, you know, soundscapey type of stuff, and it's awesome to have best of both worlds. You have a lot of high gain stuff, and you have a lot of clean ambience, and I love it so much. Alright, so number 3 on our list, guys, is the STL Tonality Howard Benson Suite by STL Tones. This plugin came out in 2018 and really opened my eyes personally to STL Tone stuff. Alright, so I'll be completely honest, just from using the plugin for quite some time, this plugin is geared mainly towards like hard rock and roll stuff, but there is some serious metal tones built into this plugin nonetheless. There's a modeled Bogner Uberschall built into this plugin. That is my favorite amp to use for the high gain stuff, for the metal tones I use with this plugin. And not only that, but STL Tones is some of the nicest dudes and some of the best customer service and just overall great personalities in general in that company. I'm not affiliated with STL Tones in any shape or form, but I just have to say I really love working with them, and I really love doing demos with them and just talking to them offline. It really it makes what I do a lot more enjoyable working alongside with a company like STL Tones. Again, I'm not affiliated, I'm not sponsored, but I have worked with them in the past, and they're just great people all around. Can't say enough great things about STL Tones, and that's why number 3, Howard Benson Suite, is on this list. Now, the top 2. If you guys have been following my channel for a long time, you guys know what the top 2 have to be, right? I mean, let's do a little bit of deductive reasoning here. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. If you're brand new to my channel, this is your first time watching me, guys, I've been talking about these 2 plugins ad nauseum on this channel ever since they dropped. One is pretty much brand new, and one has been around for a year, just about a year now. And it really changed the game with plugins in the metal world, in my opinion. And if you are in fact brand new to my channel, thank you so much for watching again to this point in time in this video. If you want to consider hitting that subscribe button, I do all sorts of guitar demos as well as plugin demos. So if you want to hit that subscribe button, join my friends and family. I really appreciate it. You won't be disappointed. So number 2 is the Fort Nameless Suite by Neural DSP. Now, much like the STL Tones boys, I am not affiliated with Neural DSP, but again, I have worked with them in the past on prior releases, and I just have to say they killed it last year in 2018 when they dropped the Fort Nameless Suite. It was like the plugin heard around the metal world. You know what I mean? Like, it was incredible. This plugin is amazing. I love this plugin so much, and it is the most unique sounding plugin I've ever tried in terms of high gain metal for rhythm stuff. It has this unique, glassy, sharp attack, but like with this huge power section sounding. It's like so indescribable and so hard to describe, but like it is so unique, and it doesn't sound like all of the other plugins. All other high gain metal plugins, with, you know, give or take a few differences here and there, they all sound in the same ballpark, but the Neural DSP Fortin Nameless Suite, in my opinion, is like a totally different sport. Not even in the same ballpark, not even in the same sport. It is like so out there in terms of sound, and I love it for that. It is so unique and so distinguishable. As soon as I personally hear it, and a lot of people hear it on like tracks or in demos or wherever, just out there on the internet, you know immediately that's the Fortin Nameless Suite. I know that sound. Where it lacks is it's good at one thing, in my opinion. Yes, it does have a clean channel, but it is an in-your-face high gain tone, and it's just one amplifier, but it is just one amplifier nonetheless, and it's all it's good at, in my opinion. In my opinion, it is like an in-your-face high gain metal rhythm tone, but that's all it's good at. And I don't mean that to be any disrespect to Neural DSP or whoever made that plugin. I think we can all agree, like, that plugin is made for high gain rhythm, right? And it really, nobody ever really uses the Fortin Nameless Suite as a clean channel, you know, clean jazzy stuff. I mean, let's be realistic. It's good at high gain, but that's all it's good at. So that leaves us with the number one plugin, my favorite plugin for metal. If you've been following my channel in 2019, you gotta know what it is. It is the STL Tonality Will Putney Suite by STL Tones. This plugin is undoubtedly geared for metalheads, and I love it for that. It's a big middle finger to the plugin game because it's not trying to cover all the tones available. It's just trying to cover all the metal stuff. For example, it's not trying to cover jazz sounds and classic rock and country and hard rock and metal at the same time. It's like, no, 4 high gain amplifiers, a bass amp sim, and that's all you get. I love it. Diesel VH4, PE5150, Bogner Uberschall, and a Mesa Boogie Triple Crown. You can't go wrong, man. I love it for that. I love all the available presets, all the Will Putney album presets, as well as the additional bass tones and guitar tones, noise gate, tuner, effects. It's just like it goes on and on, man. It's just like there's so much built in. I think for like about $130, it is certainly a lot more built in for the price compared to some other plugins that I've had on this channel. If I could pick two, if I had the option, I would put the Will Putney Suite and the Fortin Nameless Suite at the top, and then everything else would be down below, but I can't, so therefore I have to go with the Will Putney Suite by a hair. What'd you guys think of my list? If you had your own top 5 or even top 2 or top 1, what's your favorite? Leave it all down below in the comments. Guys, thank you so much for watching. All my albums, EPs, social media, Patreon page to help give back to this channel, that is all down below if you want to consider helping me out. And if you want to consider hitting that subscribe button, joining my friends and family here on YouTube, it would mean the world to me. I'm out of here, guys. Stay metal, and I will see you next time.